Good morning, Facebook and North Cascades Athletic Club. How does somebody show up late for a class that they teach from their house? I don't know. I managed to do it. But anyway, welcome to Yoga with Rocks, 8:30 Tuesday class. Getting my space set up still because I got sucked into watching a video on how the brain works and how the subconscious mind is in control of the boat. But anyway, today is Tuesday, and this is Tuesday's 8:30 a.m. yoga class. It will be posted on the North Cascades Athletic Club Facebook page, so you can always rewatch it if right now isn't your yoga time. And I also repost it on my YouTube channel, so if you want to go check it out there, you can see it there too. But I recommend watching it on North Cascades Athletic page. Anyway, welcome. If you're here, don't forget there's a contest going on right now, so you could win a month's free a month of gym membership and or a 1 hour one-on-one coaching session with Roxanne, me. We can either talk about yoga poses, creating a at-home practice for you, or fine-tuning some flows and sequences that you want for yourself. So hopefully y'all got your spaces ready. I've finally got my space ready. Remember, get any props, blankets, straps, blocks, whatever you need for your practice. And I have a quick little reading to share with y'all today as I fluff our space together with some delicious essential oils. So being weird is when you love yourself enough to liberate yourself from the burden of trying to be normal. It is also when you are smart enough to know that there is no such thing as normal. Know that you are valuable. Know that you are worthy. Know that you are rare. How could anyone be better than you if you are the only you? Again, this is a reading from one of my new favorite books, Heart Talk by Chloe Wade, just to give us a little bit of focus and intention for today. And what I want to encourage is, in our practice together today, to be happy, to find joy, to find the odd, I can't believe I'm trying this, but I'm trying it, or whatever it is. Be your goofy, weird self today. Embrace the silly, embrace the fun, and just flow and breathe, and just know that simply moving your body today is better than not doing anything at all. All right? So let's go ahead and come to the top of our mats in our standing mountain pose. Start to take some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feet hips distance apart. Just starting to feel grounded and rooted through our feet. If it's comfortable to close our eyes, let's go ahead and close the eyes. Taking those nice full breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Maybe gently shifting the weight front to back in our feet. We don't have to necessarily lift the heels or the toes off the mat. Just feeling the balance of weight as we move forward and back. Feeling it shift and how the body shifts as we move. Small movements side to side. Beginning to feel grounded and connected through our feet. Continuing to breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Feeling the belly and ribcage expand on the breath in. And contract. And pull inward, letting out all unnecessary energy from the body. Let's take a nice big breath in together. Roll the shoulders up to the ears and back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and then press the fingertips down towards the mat. Taking in some more breaths. Just starting to feel centered, letting go of thoughts, of to-do lists, of things that we need to worry about after our practice. Letting right now be about moving and flowing together. Let's begin to move, sweeping arms out and up. Inhale, reach the sky, length through the spine. Exhale, press the hands back down with energy, with resistance. Imagining we're pressing through water or through sand. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, press the hands back down by our sides, feeling the core engage as we lengthen the spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press. Feel the shoulders begin to warm. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, press the hands back down. Little chair flow here. Arms reach up to the sky, letting the palms connect overhead. Drop the shoulders down and away from the ears. So the elbows may flare out just a little bit. That's okay. Just find that connection. Find that length in the spine. Untucking our shirt from our pants. Breathe. Pulling the belly button in and up so we feel lifted and lengthened. So you can see the difference in my body. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and check it out. So right now, just kind of dumping into my hips, just standing here. But when we're engaged, when we're lengthening up, imagining we're being pulled up to the sky, pull the belly button in and up. We lift and up, pressing into the mat. Now with that energy, we're going to then sit. So we're going to create some dynamic tension in the body by sitting back. Press the hips back. Bring the hands down to heart center. Nice slow movement. First chair of the day. So if you're not warm, if this is your first activity, give yourself a little space. Maybe your chair is a little higher. Maybe it's a bar stool. Or whatever kind of bar. It could be a juice bar, right? Maybe your chair's a little lower. Finding your place. Keeping the knees tracking with the toes. Keeping that lifting, pulling up and in of the belly button. Shoulders roll back and down. And let's create a flow here with the breath. Inhale, sweep arms out and up. Straighten the legs, reach the sky. Palms connect. Exhale, we sit back to our chair. Inhale, arms out and up. Reach the sky. Palms connect. Exhale, back to our chair. And we're just warming up the body. Connecting that flow, continuing to flow. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair. And just continuing that flow. Let's do 4 more at your own breath pace. And just breathe. Close the eyes if it's comfortable. Just bring that awareness, those thoughts, the attention inward. Feel the breath. One more chair. And we're all going to meet in standing mountain pose. Taking your time, finding your own pace. Exhaling arms, standing mountain. Let's all inhale, arms reach up. As we exhale, we're going to step wide on our mat. So stepping wide, feet wider than hips distance apart. And we're going to rotate the knees open out to the side and let the feet follow. Nice long spine. Again, lifting and lengthening through the core. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. 5-pointed star. Palms facing forward. Happy fingers. Lightning bolts shooting out of our fingertips. Shoulder blades pulling that energy down the spine. Breathe. Find the foundation in our feet. Then as we exhale, we're going to lower into moonflower. Imagining our backs are flat up against the wall as we lower. Elbows come in to the rib cage. So knees tracking with the toes. Elbows squeeze in. Create heat, create energy. Breathe. We're just holding here, just finding that connection, finding that foundation, finding that length in the spine. Breathe. Find your inner odd person, your inner weirdo. And just feel it in your body. Embrace it. Inhale, we're going to flow. Press into the mat, reach to the sky. Lengthen, straighten the legs. Exhale, lower back down to moonflower. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, moonflower. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. And then just flow 8 more times at your own breath pace. Exhaling, we lower to moonflower. Inhale, we extend 5-pointed star. And just flow, feeling the breath, letting the breath lead the movement. Finding that pause between the inhale and the exhale before we move. Keep the shoulders down and away from the ears. Keep the core engaged. 2 more. Last one. Now we're going to transition to sunflowers. So a little bigger hinge in the hips, but we're still keeping the heart lifted as we lower. Just a bigger dip, bigger hinge in the hips. Just getting more warm in those hip flexors. Really digging deep into those glute muscles. And just flow. Arms sweep down like we're scooping up water from the lake and splashing it up into the air. And then scoop some more water and splash it up into the air. Or maybe bring hands to knees and lower. And then reach. Hands to knees just gives us a little bit more support. Breathe. Just warming up the body. Getting that fluidity in our joints. Remember to breathe. 2 more. Last one. Exhale, let's step to the top of our mat, standing mountain pose. Feet hips distance apart. Shoulders roll back and down, sun salutations. Inhale, arms reach the sky. 2 breaths. Find length, find root, find grounding. Exhale, let's swan dive forward. Hips press back, soft knees. Flat spine. Let the head hang. On our next inhale, halfway lift, monkey pose. So flatten the spine, press the hips back. Heart reaches forward. Length from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Breathe. On our next exhale, hands come all the way to the mat. Firmly to the mat, stepping back to our plank. Wrists under shoulders. Options in plank, both knees to the mat, or just one knee to the mat, extend one leg. Core pulls in. Exhale, lower, chaturanga, all the way down. Toes point back, shoulders roll back. Squeeze the elbows in. Inhale to cobra. All of us cobra together. Exhale, toes tuck. Pressing up and back. Downward facing dog. Pressing hands into the mat. Hips press up and back to the sky. Knees bend. Heels lift. Find that length in the spine. And breathe. On our next inhale, right leg extends straight back. Exhale, we'll step through high lunge, right foot next to the right hand. Remember, if that foot doesn't quite make it, just grab the ankle, pull it up. Knee stacked over ankle. Lengthen through the spine. Find that energy here where we're lifted. Feather-like touch of fingers to the mat. Then sweep the arms up, crescent. We have options here as well. Knee can be lowered to the mat for this crescent lunge. Or we can keep that back knee lifted. On our next exhale, let's shift our weight forward. Back foot steps to the top of the mat. Folding here. Head hang. Breathe. Chair pose on the inhale. As we exhale, we sit deeper into our chair. Inhale, extend. Press to the sky. Extended mountain. Exhale, swan dive forward. Nice flat spine. Press the hips back. Lengthen. Head hang. Inhale. Halfway lift. Monkey pose. Exhale. Hands to the mat. Stepping back to plank. Remember the options here in plank. Exhale, lower through our chaturanga all the way down to the mat. In control, inhale up to cobra. Toes point back, knees squeeze together, shoulders back, elbows squeeze in. Exhale, toes tuck, downward facing dog. Whoo, tailbone to the sky. Feel open in the spine. Feel the inner thighs pressing back to the back of the mat. Inhale, left leg extends. Exhale, step through high lunge. Left foot to the left hand. Find that long spine. Find that core engagement. Inhale to crescent. Woo! Another reminder, we have that option to keep that back knee down. Shifting our weight forward. Back foot stepping up. Forward fold. Chair pose. Whew. Hands can be extended overhead or resting at heart center. You decide. Extended mountain. Standing mountain. We're going to continue with that sun salutation flow. One breath, one movement. So the pace is going to pick up a little bit, knowing with every option you have the option to go into down dog, standing mountain pose, or child's pose. Take a break if you need it. Take your time. We're going to do 2 rounds on each side. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, monkey pose. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back to plank. Big breath in as we exhale, lower all the way through chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog if that's in your practice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press up and back, hips lift back. Inhale, right leg extends. Exhale, step through, high lunge. Inhale to our crescent. Exhale, we shift our weight forward, back foot stepping up, forward fold. Inhale to chair. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, monkey pose. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back to plank. Exhale, lower. Woo! Smile, inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg extends on the inhale. Step through high lunge. Inhale to crescent. Woo. Exhale, shift forward. Back foot stepping up. Forward fold. Chair pose. Extended mountain. And forward fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg extends. Step through high lunge. Woo! Crescent. Stepping the back foot up. Forward fold. And chair pose. Extended mountain. Forward fold. Last one on the left side. Inhale, monkey, halfway lift. Exhale, hands all the way to the mat, stepping back to plank. Exhale, lower, all the way down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Woo! Left leg extends on the inhale. Exhale, we step through high lunge. And crescent on the inhale. Woo! Shifting our weight forward, back foot stepping up, forward fold. And chair pose. Extended mountain. And standing mountain pose. Shoulder rolls. Whew. Take some nice deep breaths in. on to that. We're going to build on. We're going to get deeper into these stretches. Inhaling, arms reach up to the sky. I'm going to show you a front view. A lot of times when we reach our arms up, we want to reach so high, we press our shoulders into our ears. But I want us to reach up, but then use the muscles in the shoulder blades, in the spine, to pull us down and open. Even if that means little cactus arms, that's totally cool too. The whole idea is to create this length in the neck and the space between the ears and shoulders, and to engage the muscles in the spine here between the shoulder blades, squeezing them together and down. So from here, we're going to drop the right arm down and then reach the left arm. So as we're reaching, we're going to maybe want to do this. But I want to challenge us to lift from the armpit to the hip, like we're trying to untuck our shirt. Imagine we've got a whole bunch of makeup on our face and a big white collar. So if we do this, we're going to get makeup on our white collar. So we keep open, and all we can do is lift through the side. So we're lifting up and lengthening and arching over. The arm can be straight, slightly bent. Stay active in the fingers, pressing into the feet, into the mat, breathing, and then come back to center. Then inhale, both arms reach up again. Left hand drops down. Now we're going to lift from the armpit to the hip and lift and lengthen. Hand can rest on the hip or just hang by the side. And just lengthening, feeling that extension, that openness in the rib cage. Come back to center. And we're just going to come back to our standing mountain pose, warrior flow. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Holding each pose for 3 to 5 breaths. Find that length in the spine. Find the feet super grounded. Imagine we have a block between our thighs, and we're squeezing the block and lifting it up. So we're squeezing and then lifting it up to the middle. And we're going to fold forward. So we're going to fold together. So soft knees, micro bend in the knees. And then just we're going to push our sit bones back first. So like we're trying to sit into a chair behind us. And we're just continuing to reach back to that chair. And naturally, we're going to come forward. So we're moving slowly, nice and slow. If we need to bring hands to the tops of the knees, we can. But we're loading the glute muscles, loading the hamstrings, lengthening through the spine, bending the knees as much as we need to keep that nice flat spine. And then we're going to exhale, round. And just hang in a forward fold. Breathe here. Now, again, we have that option to start to straighten the knees if we need to, if we can, or keep them bent. It's okay. And then on the next inhale, we're going to lift up halfway. So all we're doing is flattening the spine. The knees, the legs shouldn't be moving at all. Lifting up halfway. Monkey pose. Now we're going to bring the hands to the mat, and instead of stepping back to plank, we're just going to step the left foot back, coming to that high lunge position. We're going to lower the back foot down. We're going to cartwheel the left arm up and open into warrior 2. Woo! So knees tracking with the toes. Back knee has a micro bend in the back knee, so that back knee is not locked out. Shoulders drop down and away from the ears, still squeezing those shoulder blades together. Now we're going to add a little bit of root activity here by squeezing the knees together. So like we're trying to bring the knees. So if we just relax and imagine we're trying to split the mat apart, and then imagine we're trying to pull the mat together with our feet. Right? You feel it? Woo, much different warrior pose. It feels stronger. If someone were to come try to pull you or push you over, they would have a hard time doing it. We're going to reach forward and come back to center. Then reach forward again and come back to center. Hold warrior 2, sorry. We're going to go into reverse warrior. So reaching, lifting from the armpit up into that reverse warrior. So we're still maintaining that space between the shoulder and the neck. Dropping that left hand behind us. We're reaching to the ground. And then imagine a string attached to the center of our hearts, lifting us up. Woo, keep that knee bent. Feeling the burn, it's okay. Straighten the knee if we need it. Woo. Back to warrior 2. Straighten the front knee. Yay. Triangle prep. So we're going to reach forward. A little kick back in the hip here to start to open up the inner thigh and the hamstrings and come back. So also note the knee still has a micro bend in it. So it's not locked back. Ow. Don't do that. And breathe. Exhale, reach forward. Hold here. Now feel your energy. Can I breathe? And if I needed to lift back up, can I? Easy. Lower the hand. Stack the shoulders. This is your triangle. Even if when you get here, all of a sudden you can drop into it further, stay here. We're building strength. We're building length and mobility in the spine. Woo! Inhale. Reach back up. Reverse triangle. So same thing as reverse warrior. We're just straightening the legs. Press equally on both feet. Lift the heart to the sky. Breathe. Exhale, warrior 2. Woo. We're going to cartwheel the arms forward. Bring the back heel up so we're back in that high lunge position. Back foot steps to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Woo. Smile. Inhale, halfway lift, monkey pose. Wag your tail if you want. Woo! Extra core work. The obliques are doing that wagging. Muscles in the side. Exhale, hands firmly to the mat. Step the right foot back this time. Find that solid foundation. Right foot. Bring that right heel down. Left knee stacked over left ankle. If we need a little bit of help, left hand to the left knee. Cartwheel ourselves up. Warrior 2. Woo! A little more core if you want it. Breathe. Find your fun. Knees tracking with the toes. Micro bend in that back knee. Find equal weight distribution in the front and back foot. Shoulder blades down and squeeze them in. Breathe. Now reach forward. Come back to center. Reach forward. Come back to center. And reach again. Come back to center. Reverse warrior. Reach, then lift. Woo! Roxanne's trying to fall backwards. So squeeze the knees together. Create that foundation. Lift the heart up. Stay low. The right arm is reaching back and down. Center of the chest is lifting up. Woo! Breathe. Heart pulses to the sky. What? Yeah, you don't have to. It's fun though. Breathe. Warrior 2. Straighten the front knee. Then reach. Come back to center. Then reach. Come back to center. Then reach. Then back to center one last time. Reach, 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 reach. Hold. Breathe. Can I breathe? Can I come up in control? If so, left hand drops down, right arm stacks. Yes, we can all probably go a little deeper, but stay here. Also option, keep this knee bent a little. Breathe here. Shoulders down and away from the ears. Heart opening forward. We're rotating in the spine. Inhale, back up, reverse triangle. Shoulders down and away from the ears, pressing equally into both feet, lifting and lengthening through the sides. Breathe. Exhale, back to warrior two. Be weird. Have fun. You're at home, no one can see you. This is the time to do it. Maybe a little pelvic rotations. What? Yeah, you can do it. Go both ways. Then reach forward. Both hands, lift that right heel up. High lunge. Step the back foot up, forward fold. Woo. Just hang here, maybe grab the elbows. Feel the feet. Feel the hips lifting up and back. Feel the spine lengthening. Breathe. Soft knees. Just flatten the spine. Reverse up. Extended mountain pose. Standing mountain. Take a moment here. 2 breaths, 3 breaths. Close the eyes if it's comfortable. Let the shoulders relax down and just stand in standing mountain pose. Feel the energy in the body. Feel the breath flow in and out. Just noticing any shifts, any changes. We're going to do a little twisting before we come down to the mat. Or maybe a lot of twisting. I don't know. We'll see. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Shoulders drop down and away from the ears. Again, find that center, find that core, find that activity in the thighs. Pressing into the mat, squeeze the thighs together and lifting up. From here, we're just going to shift our way into the right foot, finding balance on the right foot. Lift the left heel. Grow tall through the right leg. We're not locking the right leg back, still micro bend on the right knee. Lift the left knee. If we need it, arms can extend out to the side. Whoop, we're reconnected. Thank goodness. So we're balancing on the right foot, left knee's lifted. Arms can be at hips, out to the side, or extended up overhead, or even here. In fact, a little bit in front might feel good, because we're just going to tap the foot back, and then come back up. Tap the foot back, and come back up. So we're just breathing. And now we're just going to do circles. So knee up, circle out to the side, and extend back. Knee up, circle, and back. Woo! Remember, arms can be wherever they need to be for this to work in your body. And we're just going to do 2 more on this side. Knee lifts and press back. Woo! Last one. Anyone else's right leg on fire? Stand, both feet connected to the mat. Inhale, arms reach up. We're going to fold here. Press the hips back. Swan dive forward. Nice flat spine. Soft knees. Inhale, halfway lift, monkey pose. Really feel that in those hamstrings. For those of you all out there that do CrossFit, this is very similar to your deadlift position. Flat spine, cores engaged, shoulders back and down. Loading those hamstrings. Inhale, we're going to come all the way up. Extended mountain. Find balance on the left foot this time. Right heel lifts. Pressing in, growing strong in that left foot. Then the right foot comes off the mat. Extend. Exhale, press back. Just tapping the toe back. So we're not bending and stepping back. So we're not doing a lunge. We're just getting some hip mobility, some hip movement. Then lift the knee. Press back. Try to keep the core from letting the rib cage blow out. So we're not doing one of these. We're staying long through the torso and tapping back. So you feel this extension happening in the front of the right thigh. Breathe. Woo. Now we're going to bring it up, out, and back. Up, out, and back. Up, out, and back. I'm going to do 3 more. Up. Remember, you can always take a break. Woo, maybe this is your not so strong side. Last one. That might have been more than 3. We're going to fold here. Exhale, forward fold. Let's all take peace fingers, hook them around the big toe, and if we can't quite get the big toe, we can always grab the ankles or the backs of the calves. And we're just going to lengthen out through the spine, bend the knees, let the rib cage rest on top of the thighs, and we're just going to gently pull, lengthen. Super deep stretch in those hamstrings. Woo. And then release. Monkey pose. Reverse up. Exhale, fold. I promise twisting, it's coming. Inhale, reverse up. Nice flat spine. Arms down by our sides. Find balance on the right foot. Left knee lifts. Reach arms open. Big long spine. Exhale. We're just gonna open, twist to the left knee. Breathe. If we want it, we can take the right hand to the outside of that left leg. Continue to lengthen up. Make sure we're not dumping into the hips. Let's come back to center. Be in control. Whoa. Be weird. Lower that left foot. Lower both hands. Inhale, arms reach up. Right knee lifts. Arms come shoulder height. Big breath in. Press that left foot into the mat. Lengthen. Feel strong. Feel supported. Exhale, we twist to the right. We can bring that left hand to the outside of the right knee, right thigh. Breathe. Woo. Whenever you're ready, untwisting, lowering that foot. Fold. Woo. Hang in this forward fold. We're going to step the left foot back, coming to that high lunge. We're going to lower the left knee. Walk the right foot to the outside edge of our mats. Bring both hands to the inside of the right leg. For many of us, this may be the edge of the pose. And our work may come just by going from a rounded spine to creating that length and openness by pressing the tailbone back, lengthening through the crown of the head. Press away from the mat. Shoulders down and away from the ear. So this is still a really active pose. We're focusing primarily on the right hip. Breathe. Just enjoy that nice deep stretch. Squeeze the glutes. Lengthen the spine. If you are super warm and it would feel good for you, not everybody has to do this. We can gently start to bring elbows down. I'm not going to do it today, but I'm going to round so you can see what it looks like, but your spine would be flat. So if you're going to do this, tailbone needs to stay lifted, spine flat. Otherwise, let's all stay here. Ay, ay, ay. A little movement here. Maybe make a circle if it feels good. If not, don't do it. Hamstring stretch, extending that front leg. Framing the leg. Keep the toes down so you get a nice stretch on the top of the foot. Breathe. Shoulders down and away from the ears. We're still lengthening up and out. And gently bring that knee back over the ankle. We're going to inch that left knee back. So just walking that left knee back. Now the focus is in the front of the left hip. We're still creating activity. We're still pressing away from the mat. We're still dropping the shoulders down and away from the ears. We're still curling the tailbone back. We're just bringing that openness into the right and left hips. Woo, breathe. Options here. We can start to bring that left heel towards the glute. Bringing it up like a hamstring curl. This may feel great. It may feel like torture. You decide. Do it or don't. But hopefully it feels good if you decide to do it. Option 2 is to add a bind. Extend the right arm out. Gently twisting open and gently grabbing the foot. Woo. Whenever you're ready, untwisting, unbinding, gently shifting back, bringing the right foot back, coming to all fours. Slow. Be nice to the body. Press back to child's pose, hips to heels. Slowly come back to all fours. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Left leg extends. Step to the outside of the left hand. Lower the right knee. Finding that stretch, the same stretch now in the left side. Remember lengthening through the spine, shoulders down and away from the ears, crown of the head extending long, tailbones extending back. Breathe. Woo. Remember the options we can bring. If you have it, elbows, forearms rest on the mat. Ooh, the sun does not want to do it, but you decide if it feels right in your body and you're still able to keep a nice flat spine. Shoulders down and away from the ears. Remember to breathe. Core still engaged, so pull that belly button up and in. Still able to take full breaths. Hamstring stretch. Keep the toes down. Yes, I know it doesn't get as much into the hamstring, but it feels it's a nice stretch on the top of the foot that we don't often get. And we want to maintain that nice long spine. Breathe. Core is engaged. Gently shifting back forward. Hands come back to the inside of the leg. Right leg inches back. Now we're dropping down into that right hip flexor. Breathe. Again, remembering the options, we can lift that heel, hamstring curl. If we want to add the bind, reaching, this is a twist also. Yeehaw. Have fun, smile, let the face relax. Find ease in this pose. Woohoo. And gently unbind, untwist. And come back to the pose. Gently unhinge, unlock everything, and bring it back to a wide knee child's pose this time. So knees wide on the mat, big toes together, pressing hips to heels. Let the head rest on the mat. Come to all fours. Knees under hips, shoulders over wrists. And we're pressing away, shoulders down and away from the ears. Cat-cow, just to loosen up the spine a little. So we're going to inhale, lengthen, flatten the spine. And as we exhale, curl, squeeze the glutes, curl the tailbone under, and then round the spine, tuck the chin. So if we want, we can press back a little. Just be careful of the spine. Be careful of all those muscles along the spine. We want to be nice to them. We've worked them quite a bit. Inhale. Curl the tailbone up. Shoulders roll back. Heart shines forward to the front of our mats. Woo. Imagine we're Care Bears. If you're not old enough to remember Care Bears, there were these plushies when we were kids in the 80s that they had their superpowers. They would shine them out of their hearts, or these little decals on their stomachs. So imagine our hearts are shining green light forward to the front of our mats. That heart energy. Give me green or pink, rose pink. Woo. Breathe. Woo. And let's exhale. Cat pose. Feel the spine. Feel the space between the shoulder blades opening and releasing. Then just one more cow. Care Bear shine. Hearts forward. Neutral spine. Now just move however you want. We can continue with those cat-cows. Maybe we jump rope the spine in big circles. Or maybe we just figure eight. You decide what feels good for you. Woo! Let it go. Get crazy. Just be safe in your body. Let's bring the legs around front. Come to a comfortable seated position. Bottoms of the feet together. Butterfly pose. Sitting nice and tall on our sit bones. So finding that nice strong foundation, that nice strong seat. Let the knees open comfortably out to the sides. Shoulders roll back and down. Heart open. Lengthen the spine. String attached to the head, pulling us tall. Breathe. If we wanted a little forward fold, or for some of us, we may be leaning back into the hands to get to this position. That's okay. Whatever your body is doing today is the right thing for you. Again, if we want that fold. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, bring the knees together. Bottoms of the feet touching the mat, sitting up tall. We're just going to bring ourselves to the leaning into our hands to the back. So fingertips can either point towards the sit bones or out to the side. We don't want them pointing to the back of our mats though. So you pick whatever feels right in your body. And we have some options here. So we can either extend the legs straight out and then lift here. We can keep knees bent and lift here. So this is a little bit more shoulder mobility. So if you go into this pose and it feels like you're ripping your shoulders out, then go back to the other version where legs are extended and we're just lifting. Getting the same work, we're just not stressing our shoulders. There's no right or wrong. It's just right for you. Woo! If you want it, we can cross one leg over, lift. Got to do both sides. Woo. And gently lower back down to the mat. Give our knees a hug. Lengthen through the spine. And then gently come onto our backs. Supine spinal twist. Arms extend out to the side at shoulder height, palms facing down. Tuck the shoulder blades under. Keep the right knee bent, right foot on the mat, left leg extends straight. We're going to shift the left hip towards the right foot, so we're a little off center, and then twist to the left edge of the mat. Keep the right shoulder rooted down. It's going to want to lift up so we can get deeper in the twist, but we want to keep that shoulder down. Breathe. And gently inhale that knee back to center, shifting our hips back to neutral. Bend the left knee. Extend the right leg, shifting the right hip towards the left foot. So we're a little off center, then twist to the right. Now we're keeping that left shoulder rooted down. Eyes closed if it's comfortable. Starting to bring the heart rate down, starting to feel grounded, feeling connected to the earth. Feeling supported. Gently bring that knee back to the midline, back to center. Shift the hips back to neutral. Bend both knees. I'm just going to windshield wiper the knees side to side, nice and slow. Ooh. We're just going to gently bring the knees in towards the chest, just hugging from behind the knees as opposed to the shins. And we're just going to gently shift side to side. So again, we're just releasing the hips. We can always grab the knees, make big circles with the knees. Just do what feels good in your body. Another option, if you want to continue with more hip opening, bring elbows to the inside of the knees, grab the outside edges of the feet, tailbone drops down, knees press, and then we can just play happy baby. Ooh, soften the face, smile. Letting go of judgment, letting go of expectation. And just be here with the breath. And then releasing the feet down to the mat. And finding your version of relaxation. Arms can be extended out by our sides, palms facing the sky. We can keep the knees bent if that feels better on our lower backs. We can extend the legs straight out. Again, if we have allergies or we have a lot of sinus postnasal drip right now, we can always go a position where we are on our side, head rests on the arm, top arm rests in front of us, knees are bent in. That way the sinuses drain out instead of down and back into our throat. And just find whatever position feels good for you, feels right for your body. If your body feels like it needs another movement, go ahead and give it what it needs right now. Maybe more happy baby. Maybe it wants the knees to do a little internal rotation. Maybe you're just ready for that relaxation. Closing the eyes if it's comfortable, or finding a spot to rest our gaze. And if the eyes are still open, allowing the focus to go blurry. Just taking in nice full breaths. Feeling the body, feeling the energy that we created together. If we find our minds begin to wander, just repeating, I embrace who I am. Just doing a nice scan of the body, starting at the bottoms of the feet. Letting the feet relax, release. Then the legs, right and left leg, letting the legs relax and release. Letting go of any tension, any gripping, any holding on. And then into the hips. The whole hip girdle from the back to the front to each side. Just release out any tension, anything we're holding on to, just letting it go for now. To the belly, to the back, to the lower back, the sides. Letting the breath flow in and out by letting the belly space expand on the inhale. Letting the chest and shoulders relax down into the mat, letting go. And with that, release the arms and hands will follow. Take a nice full breath in. Let the head relax into the mat, letting the back of the neck relax down into the mat. The face and ears, the jaw, the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. The flesh around the eyes just melt away. The space between the eyebrows feels open and cool. And just breathe. And then we're just going to gently bring ourselves back out of relaxation. You are welcome to stay. And just let yourself continue to relax. But the rest of us, we're going to slowly start to wake ourselves up, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. Make some circles with the wrists. Maybe stretch the arms up overhead. Nice big stretch, arching the back. Oh, yeah, letting go. And then just gently draw the knees up in towards the chest. Make circles with the ankles. And either using momentum to rock us up to a comfortable seat, or we can roll on to our sides, use that top leg as a lever and press ourselves up to a comfortable seated position. Legs can be crossed in front, extended out. Just finding whatever position feels good for you to sit with a nice long spine, feeling grounded through the sit bones. If it feels good, just making some nice gentle circles with the neck. Shoulders roll back and down. Just one more time. Being weird as when you love yourself enough to liberate yourself from the burden of trying to be normal. It is also when you are smart enough to know that there is no such thing as normal. Know that you are valuable. Know that you are worthy. Know that you are rare. How could anyone be better than you if you are the only you? Thank you all so much for checking in today and practicing with me. I look forward to Thursday's class as well. Don't forget about the NCAC contest going on. Comment right now in the live video as we're wrapping up. If you have that ability to share your favorite pose from our practice today and tag North Cascades Athletic Club, and you could win a free membership for a month, a gym membership for a month at NCAC. All right, y'all. Thank you so much and have a fabulous day. Be weird. Embrace your weird.